Hello everyone out there on the internet. Welcome to a video, a really cool video in fact, because I'm going to be exploring a piece of equipment that is quite rare. It's called a Braille Sense U2. Now I've done a video of it in the past, but the Braille Sense U2 has been discontinued for many years now because of the support for the Braille Sense Polaris, which is by far a good note taker if you like Google certified devices, but at the same time not recommended. And I'll tell you why later in this video. But first we're going to explore the Braille Sense, and then we're going to do some messing about with it. So all those who've not seen the Braille Sense before, here it is in all its glory. Oh, I'll just check the lights are turned on. They're not. There we go, now you can see it. Because my lights are those that flick down when you switch them on. Now I am fully blind, by the way, and I use this for writing things. Let me just open it up. Here you have a fully functional Braille keyboard with six of these keys. Now pressing all six will type a certain letter, but you have to press them in combination with each other. Now I'm not going to go into Braille learning because this is not the intention of this video. It's to show off the Braille Sense and what it can do. These keys here, you may not be able to see them, are Enter, and that one there is Backspace. Now if you've got a Braille note, then these are similar. There's your display. It's blank at the moment, and here's your cursor router keys. Here's your USB drive, slot, where you can put a flash drive in. There's the reset button for when the Braille Sense needs rebooting. Now often at times the Braille Sense will play up, because it is an old. I don't blame it for being old. This here is a internet slot, so you can put those old Ethernet cables in. Yes, you can even still use dial-up connections as well on this Braille Sense. And these are pretty old. Windows no longer uses them, although this laptop I'm using has one. Here is the GPS antenna. Yes, you can use Google Maps on this thing. There is a locker switch where you can lock the keyboard, something you can't do on the Braille Note Apex. But I found it really cool, although I don't recommend it. Now there's a few more USB slots over here. So you can actually put up to 3 USB devices in there. An SD card slot, which has the cover on it. I've never even bothered to take it out because I don't even use SD cards. Here we have, if we turn our attention down here, we have a few buttons here and a switch. These here are your microphone and headphone jacks. This here is the media mode switch. I'll explain what these do later in this video. I'll probably be doing 2 parts of this video, depending on how much time I have and depending on how much space I have on my memory stick. Here we have, what's this called? Oh yeah, these are media buttons, so they control media playback. Backwards, record, stop, play, and forwards. They're set flush into the Braille Sense. And here is the on-off switch. You basically slide it, a bit like you do on an old Nintendo DS and on a PSP. These are function keys going in order. They are F1, F2, F3 and F4. There's the AC adapter jack. I know you won't be able to see them all because the Braille Sense is set flush into its case. It's a really nice carrying case, by the way. It kind of reminds me of the Braille Note Empower. These are capsule-shaped buttons, and they're for navigating menus as well as navigating the Braille display. The Braille display has 32 cells, and that's way better. Do not get the Orbit reader if you want to read things, because the Braille Sense, for ease of reading, 30 cells is just what you need. Although I have had a fair share of problems with this Braille display for the past few months before I went and got it sorted. As you can hear, I already showed the cursor keys, but there's 32 of them corresponding to each Braille cell. Going to the back, there's a... Hymns don't document this, but there's a secret switch. And if you push it, it will force the braille sense to power off. It's like do this if your power switch doesn't work. Now this is really useful if, say, a web page freezes, and now when a web page freezes on the braille sense, it will eventually, it will redirect you somewhere else. When you turn the braille sense on, you'll hear your display clicking a lot, and you'll be right at the bottom of the page. So flicking this switch can prevent that from happening. Right, so what can the braille sense do? Well, you can do pretty much a lot of things that you can do on a regular computer, but you can't do all of them. Now I'm going to show you the braille sense in action. I do have stereo speakers, but mine aren't working for some reason, so I'm going to use some external speakers. Whatever I did with those. And I'll go them somewhere. There's a few batteries for some Yamaha keyboards that I've got. Just put it away. Oh, that's a keyboard adapter. Sorry, you know me, I've got loads of keyboards. I've done videos of those. There we go. I am going to show the wonderful braille sense U2 off, so you can actually see it. But before we go, a message for Nintendo. Please make the Nintendo Switch easy to use. Well, in terms of playing Pokemon on it, because I can't play Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu or Eevee without hearing myself bump into a wall. And for me, I feel that's important. And if anyone from Hymns is watching this, I want you to jot things down, because I want to, there's a bit of feedback I want to give to you about this device. I know its overall performance. Well, I've got the speakers. Now I'll lay them on top of the case. Now this is going to get tricky. I need to plug. We're going to get this braille sense up and running. Now these are computer speakers, so you'll hear some good sound quality. You'll get good sound quality out of these. I got these for Christmas and they're really good. USB, wherever it is, because these are USB speakers. I know it's going to take a while, so be patient, guys. We have ourselves a working braille sense U2. I'm going to stand the speakers up on top of the case so you can hear it. Now I'm going to switch the unit on.
Power on.
And you can tell it's active. Here we go.
Task name, File Manager. Flash disk YouTube. Edit combo box.
Welcome to the braille sense. As you can hear, it's speaking to me because it has built-in speech. A really handy feature if you want to know what your braille sense is up to. And I love the fact that the braille sense speaks to you. It's a good feature for if you're a slow braille reader like me. So we're just gonna mess about with the braille sense. We're gonna mess with the file manager first of all. Let me just turn around so you can see me. So the file manager I am currently in, I'm in the YouTube folder. I'm gonna get out of it and show you my downloads folder.
Slash.
Let me just get out of it.
The Marshall Islands Leapfrog Music.mp YouTube folder 1033. List item.
And if I'm in my folder structure now. Let's go into the upload folder and we're going to open a file in there.
Database upload folder 933. Upload. System volume information folder 1307.
Now I've collected some keyboard rhythms and I have converted them to MP3. See if you can recognise the keyboard that these rhythms belong to. So I'm going to play you a few of them. So
100.
Here we go. It has a media player as well.
Main volume 21. Pause.
Now that sounds really cool because I was using Kepi's MIDI converter to convert these rhythms.
File manager 6.8.
So open another one. Let's open one of my favourite country rhythms. This one's my favourite on the PSR 220.
PM.
So that's the media player, and it's an easy to use media player. The file manager is awesome, by the way. The Braille Sensor's always had an awesome file manager. It's basically based on File Explorer, but this is a Windows XP device, so it's Windows Explorer. Although this is not really a Windows device, as most of the software is Ubuntu based.
File manager, country valid.
But I can copy, delete, rename files, and all that.
Country pop.s8, country rock 2.s800, upload folder 933, list item.
And say if I want to
flash disk data.
Now I'm going to go to the web browser.
File.
And my default browser is the quick browser, so I'm going to show you how you can use the internet.
Open URL.
Type in Google.
GOOGLE period COM.
Just got to wait for it to load.
Google.
And we're on Google, so I can just press dots 5 and 6 to navigate the links.
All images link. Sign out link.
That's if I want to sign out of my Google account.
Celebrating Johann Sebastian Bach 5,702,425,880,035,328.3 LPNG link.
And there's an image there celebrating Bach's. Johann. Well, Bach must have been so successful. I wonder why.
Times.
Go
behind the scenes of today's doodle. Link.
And yes, this is what I absolutely love about Google Doodles, even though I can't see them. But I say this all the time, Google never failed to impress me, because after all, I love Google, and because of the fact that you can do pretty much everything now with Google these days with Chrome, and I love Chrome. It's really secure. Anyway,
JordanLivesey9mail.com.
There you go. That's my that just told me who I am, Jordan Livesey, and just gave you my email address, which moves us on to the next thing, emails.
Task name, media player. Title track 1 country ballot.
I'm just going to close all these programs. The Braille Sense can only run 7, as Windows XP could only run 7 as well.
Database folder 1/3 file manager.
File manager. Right. Now we're just going to open our email client.
File manager.
I could just navigate the menu with space.
Word processor. Document reader. Email.
Email. No, I could have just pressed E, but I'm going to press enter on that.
Opening inbox. Subject 1 new Yamaha PSR 200 2020. List item.
And that email's from eBay. Now it just said 20, 20, and 20. Doesn't mean there's such thing as a Yamaha PSR2 2020. It's just saying 20 of 20, meaning it's the 20th email in the list of 20 emails. So I've got 20 emails in my inbox. But if I want to go and check for new mail, I would either go to Tools, Messages, and check for mail, or press enter an N.
Account name Google 13. List item.
Now my default account is my Gmail account, so I'm going to use that.
Checking for mail. There are no messages to receive. Account name.
I have got no messages to receive. Now if you're looking at the screen carefully, you can see that the Braille display is reflecting whatever the speech is saying, which I think is really, really cool. It's a must-have feature if you want an easy-to-use device. Now I'm going to show you how to write an email. If you don't know how to write an email, then listen up. So we're gonna go ahead and write an email. I'll just press this button, enter a W.
2. Computer edit box.
I'm in a blank email. I could type the email address of the person I want to send an email to, but the Braille Sense has a contacts feature, so just press enter an L.
Search for address, edit box.
Search for address. Now we want someone beginning with the letter N, so just type in N.
N. Invalid email address. Search for address, not edit box.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot the Braille Sense has translation issues. Let's do a letter sign.
56. N. 11 addresses file.
11 addresses.
Balch 01. Blackburn.ace Allison Parker Thompson at Instagram. No reply mail.instagram.com. Irfan Patel. Via Joanne Gilman Gil Jordan Lance Plachsiak. Nadia Patel Nadia.Patel Blackburn.ac.uk. 811. List item.
I like to sync my email accounts with the Braille Sense. My Outlook, my Gmail, and a few other email accounts. So we're going to email this one.
2. Nadia.Patel Blackburn.ac.uk. Computer edit box.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep that in there.
CC. Computer edit box.
Now a CC is a carbon copy. That's if you want to send a copy of the email, like a carbon copy recipient, which is quite handy if you want that. BCC.
BCC. Computer edit box.
The other recipient won't be able to see the copy, but they know they've got the email. Next one is subject.
Subject. Edit box.
So we're just gonna put new Braille Sense video going up on YouTube.
New BR Braille SENSE Sense VIDE up video GOI going U up O on YOUTUBE message body multi-line edit box.
And now I can type my message, so it can be anything I want. In this case, I'm doing a formal message.
AELLO hello comma I AM doing AAVIDE video of TI this AAZI amazing BRL Braille SENSE sense fuck you to YouTube ONYOUTUBE YouTube comma OXE once IT is is UPLOADE uploaded YU can CE check IT is OT out comma ICURRENTL currently RECORD recording WAILES wireless I'm the RITI writing EAIL.
Yes, I am a bad speller, by the way, which just goes to show I may not pass English. Now I've finished writing my message, I can just press enter and S to send it. Alt and S sends it in Microsoft Outlook.
Sending.
And my message has sent.
Successfully sent new message. Subject 1 new Yamaha PSR 220
Yes, I am looking for a Yamaha PSR 220 on eBay. So if anyone is selling one who lives in Lancashire, please let me know through email at jordanlives9@gmail.com. I really hope I can find that keyboard soon. Okay, that's my emails out the way. Now I'm going to show you
Closing mailbox. Email.
my absolute favourite thing to do on the Braille Sense, the games.
File manager. Sense dice game.
Now there are two games you can play, the Sense Brain game and the Sense Dice game. So I'm going to go through them each one. Here's the Sense Dice game.
Game menu. Select the number of dice 1 die 1 4.
Okay, we're going to go for 1 dice.
One number of dice. S. Selected. Ready, press enter or shake dice.
Now I can either shake the Braille Sense or press enter. Now I can't shake the Braille Sense, otherwise the speakers will fall off. Because I'm using external speakers, so if I just press enter. Let's see if I get a 6.
4, press space or enter to go on.
Ooh, I got a 4. Let's play again.
Ready, press enter or shake dice. 1, press space or enter to go on.
I got a 1. But you can see how fun this game is. You don't even need to play competitively. Now the Brain game. Now this is a really cool game. I'm going to exit out of this.
Select the number of dice 1 die 1 4. List item.
Let me get out of here.
Select the number of dice 1 die 1 4. Sense dice game.
Sense Dice game. I'm back in the games menu. Now we want to go play the Sense Brain game. Now the Brain game has many different games. I'm going to show you them one by one.
Sense Brain game.
The Sense Brain game. Now I love the tune it plays. Here we go.
Game menu. Memory game. M. Menu item.
Okay, so we're going to play the memory game first. Now the memory game is fun, but is quite challenging. I'm just going to blast through it like a boss. Let's play the memory game then.
When the game starts, numbers and/or letters will be displayed randomly. Remember the numbers and/or letters, and type them in order within the designated time. Press space to repeat this message or enter to start the game.
Now you've heard the Braille Senses instructions. Now let's play.
5, 6, 8.
Okay, so I have to
Type the answer.
I have to tap in both 5, 6, and 8 within a designated time. So
5, 6, 8.
8.
2, 1, 0, 0. 9, 0, 0. 0.
You could say that's 900.
7, 7, 9. 9. 3, 9, 5. 5. 0, 4, 8. 4, 8. 4, 9, 5. 9, 5. Press enter to move to the next stage.
Now at this rate I can press enter to move to the next level, but we're going to quit.
Memory game. M. Menu item.
And then we go to the next game.
Reverse game. R. Menu item.
The reverse game. Now this works the same way as the memory game, but in reverse. So let's press enter on it.
When the game starts, numbers and/or letters will be displayed randomly. Remember the numbers, letters, and type them in reverse order within the designated time. Press space to repeat this message or enter to start the game.
I'm just going to play. I'm going to show you a bit of it because I'm not going to show you all of it. So here we go.
3, 0, 0. Type the answer.
If I typed in 300, I'd get it wrong. So I'm going to do
0,
0, 3. And there you go. That's the reverse
2,
game.
0, 4. Type the answer.
We're going to quit.
Reverse game. R. Menu item.
Now for the third game, which is really cool. Policeman, take note because you may love this game.
Chase a criminal. T. Menu item.
It's a mathematical game as well, so it's really, really cool. And it's really interesting as well. Basically, what you have to do is you've got a criminal who's hiding in a 10-story building, and what you have to do is the policeman will tell you the number of how many floors the criminal went up. He'll say the direction, like up, 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 down, or down, repeatedly, and you have to guess which floor he is on using your counting skills, which is really, really cool. So we're going to press enter on the Chase a Criminal game.
When the game starts, you are told a floor where the criminal hides, and the criminal will go up or down any number of floors to avoid being caught. Type the floor and numbers where the criminal is hiding within the designated time. Press space to repeat this message or enter to start the game.
Now we're going to do 2 questions, so let's press enter on that. Here he goes.
There is the criminal on the 7th floor.
Okay, he's on the 7th.
Whoops ran away. Down, up, down, down, down.
Okay,
Type
so he
the
was on the
answer.
7th, so that would mean 6, 7. Of course, he's on the 4th floor.
4.
So let's press enter on that. And then the criminal starts running again.
There is the criminal on the 9th floor. Whoops ran away. Up, down, 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 down. Type the answer.
We can all agree that's a 6, don't
6.
you?
There is the criminal on the 3rd floor. Whoops ran away. Down, up, down, up, up.
Now we're just going to
Type
get out
the
of
answer.
here.
Chase a criminal. T. Menu item.
Okay, that's Chase a Criminal. Now I'm going to go to the final game, which is multiplication table, and I'm really good at maths, by the way.
Multiplication table. U. Menu item.
But this really challenges me, and I often fail at this, so prepare for some humiliation.
When the game starts, 2 arbitrary numbers will be given. Listen carefully and type the result by multiplying the 2 numbers. Press space to repeat this message or enter to start the game. 5. 1.
5 times 1,
Type
we can
the
all
answer.
agree that's 5.
5. 5. 5.
5 times 5,
Type the answer.
and that's easy, 25.
2. 5.
It gets harder in the next stage.
2.
2 times 2, we can all agree that's
Type
4.
4. 2. 8.
2 times 8, we can all agree that's
Type
16.
6. 7. 2.
7 times 2, easy,
Type the
14.
4. 8. 2.
8 times 2, 16.
Type the 1.
The braille sense is giving me the easy ones here. For the sake of this video.
1. 6.
1 times 6, 6.
6.
That's well easy.
Press enter to move to the next stage.
Now this is where it gets harder, and of course I don't have time to think, so I'm going to be humiliated.
1. 31.
1 times 31?
Type the
Ooh,
answer.
look at 31.
3. 1. 4. 91.
4 times
Type the
91. I'm going to cheat and use the
Fireman
calculator.
calculator.
4
Start.
times 91.
0. Not 1. 364. File manager.
Oh, time's up. But that's all the games done. And you can view your score that you got on the games.
364. Clear.
Now we're going to move on to the calculator, which I gave away, sorry about that. So we can do, you can use the braille sense as a calculator. It can do pretty much everything that a calculator can do, like 1 plus 2.
Number sign.
I wish they added more games on the braille sense, because that would be really cool, including a text adventure application, like 1.
1. Multiply by.
Let's try 1 times 6.
Not 6.
That gives us 6. So you can tell the calculator is really functional.
Clear.
Let's try another one.
Not 7.
7 times 28.
196.
196. Yep.
Clear. Y.
How
Clear.
do I do a pie on the? How do I do a pie in braille? There we go.
P.
Oh no.
Clear.
Blimey, how do you do a? Oh, there we go. Oh,
Pi.
oh yeah, I found the pi button. Pi
Multiply
times
by
7.
21.991148858.
Yeah.
Clear.
I have my calculator set to 8 decimals. You can watch YouTube on the Braille Sense, but I wouldn't recommend it because it downloads them rather than lets you play them directly. And if you're a safety whiz on RT and you want to be safe, then this is really, really terrible. Downloading videos is not recommended. Although, because my Braille Sense saves them by default in the YouTube folder, all the videos I've been watching, and I really do not like that at all. We're going to go back to the emails and see if our recipient has replied to the email.
Opening inbox.
Opening my inbox.
Subject.
I go ahead and check for mail.
Account name. Checking for mail. There are no messages to receive.
There are no messages. I'll show you the
File
word
manager.
processor really quick. Now the word processor combines
documents.
Microsoft Word, Notepad, and WordPad into one word processor. So I'm just going to say type hello and quickly save this document.
E-L-O.
So I'm going to go ahead and save it.
Save. Yes. Save as dialog box. File
I'm
name.
just going to call it document, and it's a Microsoft Word file.
D-U-E-T. Saving.
Saves in
Save completed.
my documents folder.
Task name. Account name. Google 13. List item. Subject. One closing mailbox. Task name. Calculator.
Now you can't change the voice on the Braille Sense, unfortunately. But I think that's pretty much all the features I've showed you of this fabulous Braille Sense. Now I'm going to show you.
Task name.
I'm going to go over
Multiplication. Sets grade game.
I'm going to go over the downsides of having a Braille Sense. There is no support for Twitter anymore. The Twitter website no longer functions on the YouTube. If I just type into the web browser.
Open T-E-R-C-O-M. Loading. An error occurred in the secure channel support.
It doesn't work, unfortunately. Thankfully, Facebook does though. Now it's recommended you use the quick browser for Facebook and Twitter because the apps log you in from South Korea. Because the Braille Sense was only localized for South Korean, they didn't have the option of, they weren't able to release an English version of the Facebook app. Weren't let you allowed to, well, they had the English language, but you couldn't log in from your actual location because of how weak the GPS is. But you can use Google Maps. I'm actually going to show you some of the extras now.
Sense
Dictionary.
Google Maps.
Google Maps. Here we go, Google Maps. I'm going to open Google Maps now.
Successfully connected GPS. Searching for location. Current GPS receiver signal strength is low.
Yeah, the GPS receiver is not really strong on the Braille Sense, so unfortunately I can't plan routes or find any nearby places.
Latitude. Current position.
But it can tell you where you are, and the built-in compass tells you where you go to.
Start position. No result.
Start position.
Static destination information. No result.
Destination.
Static near points. No items. Current position information. No result. Start position.
Well, that's all I can think of Google Maps, as I can't really mess with it.
File sets Dropbox.
And we've got Dropbox, and Dropbox comes in really handy. I can store all my files
in. Please wait.
on the cloud. I love the Dropbox application on Braille Sense. It's easy to use, similar to that on the computer, although you get a Dropbox folder. You don't on the Braille Sense, but Dropbox is amazing, no matter how you use it.
Successfully signed the built-in file list.
And I'm signed into
Google
Dropbox.
Downloads folder 188.
These are all my files in the Dropbox. Now these have all come from my computer because I have Chrome to set it to download to my Dropbox, which is nice.
Kernel Coconut Alien Invasion .docs 1.
Kernel Coconut Alien Invasion was the last document I uploaded to the Dropbox, so I'm going to quickly download it.
Files will be saved to flash disk download. Preparing to download.
So I'm downloading that. That will ensure I've saved my file.
1 starting download. Done. 1 file saved. Kernel Coconut Alien Invasion.
I'll do say this though, you cannot sign into your YouTube account on the Braille Sense. Now the reason is it's for security reasons, because the Braille Sense does not have a named browser such as Google Chrome. It's just called a web browser or quick browser. But you can sign in from those browsers, but you can't sign in from the YouTube app. For obviously security reasons, because you know how some websites are big on security these days. Because if they think the device may be suspicious, they may block it. So you have to be really careful with that. As a result, if I try to sign in, it'll say internet is not available. Now, obviously, there is a a lot of things you can't sign into on the Braille Sense, like Outlook. There's no support for that anymore because the Braille Sense is discontinued after all. But it was a good piece of equipment for its time, and you can't really argue with that. You can still sign into Facebook, which is nice, but you can't sign in you can't sign in properly through the app. But Facebook is really functional with the web browser and quick browser. You also get temporary access to the desktop Facebook app, even though it needs JavaScript to run, and the Braille Sense doesn't support it, which is... I hope that they even think about releasing an update for the Braille Sense that allows the web browser to use JavaScript, because that would really come in handy. And also to be able to upload files using the browser. Another thing I'd love is for you to be able to watch YouTube videos through the browsers, because that would be really nice. And an application that will open exe files, an application that will convert MIDI files and so on, because you can open MIDI files on the Braille Sense. As far as I know, there's nothing else I want to go over of the Braille Sense. To check your battery status, just press space with CH.
65 charged. Using battery. Static box.
Now 65% of charge. It does have a clock, which is nice. Well, that's all I want to talk about the Braille Sense.
Purple coconut task name.
You have any questions?
Which browser?
Be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer to any comments you have on the Braille Sense. Now, it was a really fun video. I enjoyed making this, so it took me a while to get ready for the video. So I'm going to switch the Braille Sense off now. Yeah, that's the speakers powering down. And I'm going to put the Braille Sense away. I'll just put them there for now. So, what do you think about the Braille Sense, you two? Do you really want to be able to use one? Well, they are quite rare now, although you can still order them from reputable dealers, like Sight and Sound or, say, Hymns Incorporated if you're in the United States. But you won't see many Braille Sense U2s nowadays, though, because Microsoft don't support Windows XP, of course, and Windows C 6.0 is based on XP. Now this was a fun video. This is Jordan Livesey signing off, saying have a good day, everyone.